Hey everyone! Are you ready for news that could shake up the NBA? Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button to support the channel and help more fans find this top-tier content. Today, we're going to talk about a hot rumor that has everyone's eyes wide open and hearts racing. Yes, we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo and the possibility of him joining our beloved Golden State Warriors. It may sound like a far-off dream, but stay with me because I'm going to show you how this is more realistic than you might think. And if you haven't hit that like button yet, now's the time. It helps the channel a lot. First, let's get to the facts. Bill Ryder, a columnist for CBS Sports, revealed on October 31st that two teams from the East are on Giannis's radar. The buzz surrounding this name is not without reason. We're talking about a player who's a two-time MVP and has the ability to turn any franchise into a serious title contender. Additionally, internal sources claim that other teams are also watching, hopeful and alert, like a lion ready to pounce. An executive from a Western Conference franchise dropped a bombshell. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens by the trade deadline. You get it? Things are heating up and fast. The current situation with the Bucks, who are facing a tough phase and possibly heading toward a rebuild, makes this all the more plausible. Now, what about Giannis's preferred destinations? According to rumors, Miami and New York are at the top of his list, with New York referring to the Nets, not the Knicks. This shows that Giannis is eyeing places where he could fit in more easily and potentially form powerful partnerships. But what does this mean for the Warriors? Back in February, The Athletic already mentioned that trading for Giannis would be a dream scenario for the Warriors. With Curry still being the beating heart of the team and entering the twilight years of his elite career, adding another superstar like Giannis could be the key to extending this golden era and reclaiming the NBA throne. So what realistic trade package could Golden State offer? Brace yourselves. Andrew Wiggins, who brings playoff experience and is a valuable two-way player, Jonathan Kuminga, a young wing with star potential and a hunger for the spotlight, DeAnthony Melton, known for his tough defense, and Lindy Waters III, a versatile asset. Plus, the Warriors could include first-round picks in 2026, 2027, and 2030, with some unique conditions for protection. And for those who think it's as simple as making an offer, remember the Ted Stepien rule. This adds complexity for our GM, Mike Dunleavy Jr., who will need to be more creative than ever. The rule prevents teams from trading first-round picks in consecutive drafts, making future pick maneuvers more intricate. But the game is not easy. The Heat, for example, are limited in what they can offer in terms of draft capital, but have young talents that might interest the Bucks. The biggest competitor, however, is the Brooklyn Nets, who hold an arsenal of 13 first-round picks over the next 7 drafts, thanks to trades involving James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and Mikal Bridges. They also have young players like Cam Thomas, a prolific scorer with star potential. What the Heat lack in draft capital, the Warriors make up for with young talent. Jonathan Kuminga, for instance, is hungry for a breakout role and could be the asset the team needs to stand out in negotiations. He has shown flashes of his potential, and in the right environment, he could become an impact player. While the Nets may have a numerical advantage with their draft picks, there's still uncertainty surrounding how their prospects will develop. Cam Thomas has offensive talent, but does he have the leadership needed to carry a rebuilding franchise? The Warriors, on the other hand, can offer a mix of proven playoff contributors and promising young players ready to grow. So, could the dream of seeing Giannis alongside Curry become a reality? Do the Warriors have what it takes to win this insane race and bring a new era of championships to the Bay Area? Let me know in the comments what you think about this possibility. And don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel for more hot updates like this one, and stay tuned, because a bombshell announcement could drop at any moment. See you next time.
What do you think of the just overall defensive effort tonight?
Excellent. First half, we really, once we settled into the game, we did a good job of getting into them, making them a little uncomfortable. And then third quarter, obviously they got going. The offensive rebounds just killed us. I think that's how they started knocking down threes. It felt like anyway. They had the one possession where they got about 4 shots, and then they did what they do, which is spread you out and play kind of through their pick and roll stuff, and then try to draw 2 and get people free. They also hit some really tough shots, so give them a lot of credit, but our guys deserve some too for coming back after falling behind.
This group's obviously still pretty new. played well, you've been really happy about how you've looked. But I mean, do you learn anything in a night like tonight, considering the environment?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Boston was, without Jaylen Brown and Porzingis, so this is not their best version of their team, but they're still damn good. So it's a hell of a win in a tough environment, and we had some guys out too. And again, I love our depth. I think we're built to withstand absences. We get a lot of guys who can come in and play big minutes for us and help us win games like these. So it's obviously a good win for us.
You mentioned fighting back a bunch, Steve. I think after that, playing with Gary, got that loose ball, we called the timeout. I think you scored 5 or 6 possessions in a row, and a couple off offensive rebounds, made a bunch of plays. What did you see about your execution?
I saw the last 5 minutes. I thought our defense really showed up. The activity, Gary getting on the floor, Loon getting 2 putbacks. Those were maybe the 2 biggest shots of the game, and then Steph finding Buddy in the corner for that 3. I mean, it was all in sequence. It just felt like we connected the game, got stops, and were able to get scores and close it out.
I know you're obviously playing. There's a lot of talk when you're playing a bunch of guys, but when you're playing a bunch of guys all 15, 20 minutes like that, does it help when the way you're getting into everybody defensively?
I mean, in theory, we should be able to, if we're playing a bunch of guys 15 to 22 minutes, they should be able to go all out during those minutes. And I think we're getting that. Now, tonight was probably the first game we had 3 guys over 30 minutes. So the game kind of settled into a more traditional NBA game down the stretch. We had Wiggs, Draymond, and Steph out there all playing big minutes. But I thought Gary and Buddy just kind of tag teaming offense, defense, and then Loon, he's made so many big plays for us over the years. I thought his minutes were just massive down the stretch.
Yeah, I was massive about Loon. I mean, the 6 offensive rebounds, how big is that, especially with the way the Celtics were rebounding the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to put Loon and Draymond out there for defense, but one thing with Loon, even though he's not a 3-point shooter or a lob threat, he just generates extra possessions for us all the time. So sometimes it's a tip in or 2 like he had tonight. Sometimes it's a kick back out for a 3. But Loon's a winner. He helps you whatever you need. He's there for you.
And what do you think about Wiggins' activity on Jason Tatum?
Yeah, I love Wiggs tonight. The game started out a little slow for him, but really got into Jason. Tried to make it as tough as possible. Jason was still phenomenal and really got it going in the second half. But I thought Wiggs did a really good job on him. I mean, it's Jason Tatum, so it's a tough matchup. You just try to make it as hard as possible.
What's the give and take trying to slow him where his passing games come along?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Trying to slow Jason. What's the give and take trying to slow him and throw some help at him where his passing games come along a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, he can score at all 3 levels, and so the idea is don't give him anything easy. So hopefully you don't foul him. Hopefully you can meet him before he gets to the rim. And you just you try to take away the 3, but he's got that step back, and he's so big that he can shoot right over the top of the defense. So you just got to keep, like all great players, you just have to stay with it and not get discouraged when he makes a couple.
What have you seen from him early this season, taking a step beyond last year, even through the Olympics and early this season?
We played Boston about 5 years ago. He had 55 points against us. So I don't need to hear about him taking a step. He's been a great player for a long time.
34 minutes from Steph tonight. Just what did you make of his all-around game, and then especially when he got
Yeah, I think it was the first game Steph's even past 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. We're at the point of the season now where it feels like he's settled into his groove conditioning-wise. He's ready to play those kind of minutes, and he was brilliant. I mean, that fourth quarter, he hit one big shot after another, and then, like I said, the pass to Buddy in the corner for the 3 was kind of the one that sealed it.
He had a second quarter hit-ahead pass that was, I can tell you already know the one I'm talking about. All the time
Hit ahead to the other team? Yeah.
And you lit into him.
Yeah.
And do you feel like there's a little bit more team-wide accountability
Yes.
this season for that type of, to win how you want to win,
Right.
that can happen in the second quarter?
Yeah, and the beauty of Steph is I can yell at him. And he lets me yell at him, which sets a tone for the rest of the team. And I yelled at him. It was a 5-point swing. They came down and hit a 3, and he accepted it, and he knew it. But look, this is a theme for our team. We can't be the same team we were 5-6 years ago and give away 5-6 possessions in the name of creating chaos. And everybody else is playing fast and shooting threes too these days. And in fact, Boston shot, 20 more threes than we did in the second half. And so it's tough to win if you're giving away possessions. And so I've been all over Steph and Draymond. It's incumbent upon them, because they're our leaders and they're the guys who handle the ball the most. They've got to cut back on their decisions, bad decisions like that one. And to their credit, they've done so.
How did you find out that Steph is someone you could yell at?
Because I yelled at him and he handled it.
Do you remember when that
Yeah, first year, very first year coaching him. But you also, as soon as you get to know a guy pretty well, you see what he's made of. And, he reminded me of Tim Duncan, and all I remember was Pop screaming at Tim Duncan all the time. So I figured I can probably yell a little bit at Steph too. But no, he gets it. We're trying to be a great team. There's never anything personal. I'm not calling him names. It's just basketball and discipline, and let's be the best team we can be, and all the other stuff goes out the window. We're collaborating. We're trying to win. Thanks.